hold up here so that I can vape while I'm playing Magic. It's important to me. Alright. So we're doing Constructed Open Play Tournament Practice Queue. We're going to play Mustard. And we're hitting play. Let's see what happens. Okay. Well, this looks... No, I don't have enough mana here. But I guess I get the turn 2 Blood Moon, which is like 50% of the decks will have trouble with. Or the turn 3 Chandra. Yeah, let's go and keep it. Let's try it out and see how it goes. In the meantime, Rockstar. Ah, delicious Rockstar. I could have swore I said F6. Oh well. Plays a forest. It's a basic. So the turn 2 Blood Moon may not be as good here as I want it to be. Having double planes for the turn 2 Blood Moon opener, though, is good. Because it means we'll be able to cast our Wrath of God on double white if we need to, if we draw it. And it means it keeps us on a whole bunch of other spells we're looking for. It's kind of great. So, let's see what happens. This gentleman is taking his time, that's for darn sure. Yeah, I'm so getting used to this. My laptop has different hotkeys than my desktop does. So this does not look like the kind of deck that's bothered by a turn 2 Blood Moon. So I think we're still going to go ahead and do it. Just in case. I mean, here's hoping it makes an impact on this game. Nope, he's playing the Devotion deck. Alright, well, that's unfortunate. Should not have played Plains there. Should have played the Temple. Well, that's a problem. 4 or 5 is really hard for me to deal with. Alright. If I can top deck an untapped mountain. 2 Leatherback Bailots is difficult for me to deal with. So we need a Wrath of God effect? Guess just pass the turn and I can hope I can double Helix one next. Wow, this deck not running Path to Exile really makes me upset. I feel like I really need Path to Exile. Okay. Yep, he's coming through. He's got 5 green mana available. Blood Moon's only hurting us. So post-board Blood Moon comes out, we know that much. And he's going to Harmonize, okay, that's interesting. Is this the mono green Devotion deck? Maybe I'm thinking of a different deck. Does he have a stop on my draw step? Okay, so there we go. We've stymied the bleeding for a minute. Although he's got all these cards in hand. I forgot to play a land. So apparently I'm terrible at this. I think we're just going to concede out. Okay, sideboard time. Don't like the blood moons. Definitely don't mind deflecting palm, I think. Prevent that damage if the deals damage to source controller. That's okay. I definitely want a Blessed Alliance. I think we'll bring in Elspeth Sun's Champion. I still have room for 2 cards. So Sudden Shock, I think, might be fine. Let's go ahead and go with Sudden Shock and a Sudden Shock. I think Wall of Omens is great. Nahiri's maybe a little too late. Okay, let's try it out. Let's see what happens. As Miss Frizzle once said, take chances and make mistakes. That will be on the play. So 3 land. We have an opener that gets us into Anger of the Gods, it gets us into a Nahiri or a Chandra. Let's go and keep it. Alright, so we're cutting into the main phase. Let's go turn 1 mountain. Let's wrap the lightning bolt, make him fear it. Okay, Dryad Militant, that's an interesting choice. And let's go ahead and just pass the turn. And we'll see what he comes up with. Alright. And is he just going to go straight to combat, or is he going to play a guy first? Go straight to combat. Okay, so I don't think it's the Aspect of Hydra gotcha version of the deck. Which is probably good. So he'll come in, he attacks. Before attacks, let's go ahead and shock it. And let's see what he plays next. Okay, good. There's our 4th land. So we'll pass turn. I'm kind of happy with how this is happening so far. Especially because Nahiri is a kill spell against some of the bigger stuff like the Baloth. Oh, it's a Scooz. Okay. Well, that's going to have to be dealt with right now. Yeah, respond to the ability. Gone. Okay. So then we get to go on the Nahiri uptick plan. He is playing Strangle Rootgeist, so that could be a problem. I think... I'm actually going to discard the Chandra. Oh, that sucks. That's not what I wanted to see. Alright. It's fine, though. We'll just discard the Chandra again. Or the Emrakul this turn. 4-drop. Harmonize. Okay. He's going to fish some cards. That buys me another turn here to Nahiri. Alright. Shuffle back the Emrakul. Got Lightning Helix up to protect our Nahiri. So hopefully we just win next turn. I mean, that's the ideal play. Okay, he plays a Dungrove. It's unfortunate, but... Oh! He brings in a Hornet Sting? Okay, so he gets to hit Nahiri off Hornet Sting. That's true facts. Wow. Okay. Let's go ahead and roll up Nahiri. I'm going to discard Anger of the Gods. We draw Plains. It's kind of a crummy draw. And then he'll crack in. That's not going to resolve. Oh, that's hexproof? Wow, Dungrove, you're too good. Okay, so he's going to crack at Nahiri, I hope. Yeah. Alright. Guess we'll keep the Helixes up. Or do I just kill out this Baloth now? Ooh. Let's get rid of the Avatar. No. Let's get rid of the Baloth. Makes us nice and big for now. And then let's go ahead and discard the plains and draw a card. It's an Arid Mesa. That does nothing for us. We're about to get punched. I don't like this deck as much as some of the previous ones we've played with. Alright, so Nahiri's dead. I take 8. Could really use a Wrath effect here, I think. Elspeth Sun's Champion, Wrath of God. So we'll get a Temple of Triumph. Can I scry into something good? Let's put that on the bottom. Okay, so this turn is going to hurt. 8, 12, 13, 14, 15, 21. Oh, it's lethal. Alright, we're done. Alright, Rikura got it. Let's go again. Let's see what Paint Huffer 69 can do against us. Wow. Okay, so he's deciding whether to mulligan. I see 2 lands, a wasted card, and Emrakul. So I feel like that basically means I can safely mulligan to 6 to try and get a better hand, because I'm basically playing with a 6-card hand already. This doesn't provide me with a turn 1 bolt. There's really nothing I see redeemable about this hand. No planes to be able to cast my white stuff, so it's going to go ahead and mulligan this down. I feel like this is a stronger hand. While we're still going to need to fish for a red source, everything in this deck's a red source, basically. So I'm going to go ahead and keep it up. Mountain stays on top, it's perfect. Alright, Paint Huffer, do your worst. Okay, you're going to play a forest. Is this the same deck? Okay, he plays a birds. I'd like to go ahead and bolt the birds, because that's what you do to birds. Does that mean this is like Kiki Chord? I guess if it's a real deck, it's probably Kiki Chord. Oh, Seaside Citadel. It's an interesting one. So we'll go ahead and wall. Let's get that card advantage. I think if I was going to make a change to this deck, I might want to run Restoration Angel. Just because of the value from the walls. It flashes in to save Nahiri. It's got a lot of redeeming qualities. Okay. So he's operating on 3 colors of mana here. He plays a Whisperer. In Modern? That's interesting. Well, let's see where he goes with that. We're going to go ahead and shut him back off of blue for now. Since I feel like the wall's going to keep me safe for a little bit here. Goodbye, blue mana. Alright, so he plays his 4th land. He's not missing the drops, that's definitely great for him. But we're sitting behind a Blood Moon now, which turned off his access to counter magic. I don't even know if he plays counter magic, but he doesn't have it now. So, I mean, that's something I can feel pretty good about. Okay, he's just passing into combat. He's not going to swing with the 0-2. Okay. Let's come into my turn. Am I going to go now? I think I'll go now. Yeah, it's my turn. Okay, I'm hoping turning him off blue really set him back here. Because now we get to go the turn 4 Nahiri. I think Anger, since I've seen 2 mana dorks, is something I definitely want to keep in my hand. But I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to go ahead and ditch out the Blessed Alliance for now. Oh, that got me Chandra Flamecaller. She's so good. Alright. I feel like that was a productive turn. Okay, he sees his 5th land. Still no blue. Clearly he really wants blue if he's playing Seaside Citadel. Instead of putting together some kind of a fetch land-based mana base. Alright. Tireless Tracker could pose to be a real threat here. I think this is where we're going to want to go ahead and Anger to get rid of that Tracker. Gonzo. And then let's do the discard game. I'm going to choose not to discard a card and just roll her up because I want to be able to land Chandra next turn. Because, so an Emrakul is going to make him feel like he needs to scoop, and Emrakul plus a Chandra is exactly lethal, so it doesn't give him the play around, I might try and rebuild sort of motive. So we're just going to double reinforce the fact that he loses the game here. I know some would call that win more. I just mostly don't want to deal with there being something that I miss, or they have some out against the Emrakul. So let's go ahead and sack out the Nahiri. Do they probably concede here? Nope. So we'll grab the Emrakul to Aeon's Torn. Let's go into combat. Let's attack. And then, so it's lethal and Annihilator 6. Nothing to do about that. Okay, I win the match. That was just one game, but okay, we'll call it a match. Sure, let's go again. I guess maybe that guy shouldn't huff so much paint. And okay, so this lets me have turn 2 Ajani Vengeance, which I think is very keepable. The mana base looks fine. Depending on his mana base, and if we draw a Blood Moon, I would still try the turn 2 Blood Moon, but I mean, I guess turn 1 Blood Moon even. Well, let's go ahead and Mesa, and we'll pass. Let's see what he does here. What's he gonna get with this Windswept Heath? Oh yeah, turn 1 Blood Moon would have killed here. Oh well. Because I get the feeling he's on Abzan. Blooming March. Is he on Elves? No, he's on Black-Green Infect. Okay. So I feel like a Johnny coming down here and bolting the Plague Stinger is probably strong. Alright, let's go get our planes. And now we have a chance here to play a more conservative game and go with the wall first. I feel like the Ajani is too tempting, though. Exile, exile, Ajani. So, let's go ahead and Helix. And then the next bugger that he casts, I can Alliance, and I can just work on his land base while I roll up a Johnny. Seems like as good of a game plan as I've ever seen before. Phyrexian Crusader, Pro White and Pro Red. Okay. That seems pretty strong. I've seen stronger plays, though. So, alright, let's go ahead and come in on the Temple of Triumph. See what the scry reveals. Blood Moon can definitely stay on top. Let's go ahead and lock out his green. And pass the turn. Alright, show me what you got. A Rancor. Okay. That seems like a good card to play on a Phyrexian Crusader. And go and do attacks. Okay, so target opponent sacks an attacking creature. Goodbye, Crusader. Okay. That was a scoop, apparently. So Blood Moon seems really good here. So does Sudden Shock. I really like Sudden Shock in this. Celestial Purge may be okay, but it doesn't hit the Knight. So we're going to go ahead and bring in another Blessed Alliance. I'm going to go down Assemble the Legion because I don't expect the game to last that long. I think I also want to go down Chandra Flamecaller. I think we keep in the Emrakul Leon's Torn package with Nahiri. A Johnny Vengeance did some serious work in that game. Since we've already gone down 2 of our bigger drops, I think bringing out... Let's go down 1 Anger. Oh, Wrath is slow here. I just don't like Chandra Torch of Defiance in this matchup, actually. I find myself cutting her a lot, though. Either I'm just missing the point of her or something. But let's go up a Deflecting Palm. Just for that gotcha moment, I think. Okay, so he's going to be on the play. I definitely want to see a Lightning Bolt in my opener. Or a Blood Moon. Okay. So we've got a Helix and a Shock to deal with the early guys, a Blood Moon to try and keep the board clear. We're definitely going to have to figure out something to do about the Crusader, though, if we see another one. So let's go ahead and try keeping it. And let's see what he does. Alright, so he plays a Heath, passes. Coolio. So we're going to let him know I don't have the Bolt, unfortunately. But I like the idea of scrying here. Definitely want to get that card. So let's pass it back. We're in the upkeep. We're seeing some cards come down. Plays a Plague Stinger. Okay. So we'll pocket that Blessed Alliance. Let's go ahead and hit the plains, and then we'll hold on to the Sudden Shock for him to Rancor. I'm pretty sure Sudden Shock is in the board of this deck explicitly because of the Infect matchup, so that they can't Vines of the Vastwood in response. Or, I'm sorry, Vines of Vastwood. I make that mistake a lot when I'm typing the card into TCG Player. Okay, here comes the Stinger. Let's go ahead and go to blocks. I'm okay with... No, I'm not okay. Yeah, let's just get rid of it. Because if he doesn't play Land Crusader here, I can just shut him off of playing it for a while. Oh, yeah. Oh, he might have it. Does he have it? Phyrexian Crusader. Okay. So we've got to keep up Blessed Alliance mana. And that's fine. Overgrown Tomb number 2. Here comes that Rancor. Is he going to do it again? Oh, it's a Plague Singer. Okay. Is he going to swing in? Oh, he passes this time. Okay. So he knows that he needs to have 2 guys if he wants to avoid the Blessed Alliance smackdown. So we're going to go ahead and go that route. We're going to fetch a basic plains. And then here comes Clifftop Retreat. And then we're just going to pass. We're going to force him to either attack us alone or be able to play Blood Moon while keeping up the mana. Okay, he's got an Inky. Nope, he's not going to do it. Okay. I think he feels smart for playing around it, probably. But this is the part where he's going to lose to it. Since now, he only has 1 color of mana. See, he's making black in response. Okay. Ah, he's got an Abrupt Decay in hand. I know. Isn't it weird? I haven't seen... Oh, Golgari Charm. Okay, cool. I haven't seen Black-Green Infect yet, so I'm kind of interested. We definitely sacked him out the first game. He wasn't expecting the Blessed Alliance. He's been trying to play through it this game. We're going to see if we can beat him on it. Blessed Alliance is doing some work, though. The Inky is a little bit of a problem here, though. So, he's definitely coming through for 3 Infect. He might have tricks. I'm going to go ahead and let him through. Ah, the vines. Okay. And it's kicked, so I'm taking 6, 7 infect. Yeah, 7's fine. We're gonna take it. Blooming Marsh definitely helps. If he didn't have the answer for Blood Moon, he would have lost right then and there. But he did. And that's the way this game works, is sometimes you have the answers. And sometimes you don't. Oh, is he coming in with another spell? He's... Yeah, it just doesn't matter. He's got it. Okay. He got me there. I'm glad to see Become Immense getting more play, though. You want to see something ridiculous? So my girlfriend was going through a bunch of Concentric bolts that I'd bought a while back because her brother's like really into Savage Punch, and she wanted to get him a bunch, and found this, which is a solid stack of Become Immenses. It's about 320 of them that I apparently bought for 3 cents a piece for $3 per thousand from a card shop a while back. Okay, so looking at this, I'm definitely coming back in on an Anger and going down. I almost just want to go down into Hiri because it doesn't deal with that stupid Crusader. Like, Crusader is so good against this deck. I have exactly 2 answers to it, and one of them's a turn 4 answer. I know, it's insane, right? Yes, I would like to play first. Okay, so we've got the Moon again. The Wall of Omens is kind of nice to slow down the game a little bit. Helix, I see nothing wrong with this hand. We're going to keep it. Alright. Here comes Foundry Town. And no, I'm not going to waste the life. Even though they're not going to kill me with life, I could just be reckless and block the bolt. It's just not my style. Blooming Marsh also looks beautiful, and I want to use it to cast Bitter Blossom. Oh, he's going to take my Blood Moon with that IOK! Why does my deck have to be so bad? What's really scary is I am putting together the expensive version of this deck that runs Chalice of the Voids and like Leyline of the Sanctities in the main board for a friend for an RPTQ on Sunday, and playing this like kind of budget version of the deck is really not making me faithful in it. Ooh, Ichor Clawmere. He's a pretty cool guy. So I think what we're gonna do is we're gonna come in plain style. I'm just going to leave up Helix. I can block the Ichor Claw for a turn, and then burn out the Inkmoth Nexus if he swings. I'm still really confused why our list doesn't play Path to Exile. I noticed that the good version of this deck runs Journey to Nowhere and Banishing Light, which I think is fine. Ah, you pooper. You're not going to activate your Inky. You just know better. Alright, let's save my wall. Well, that just seems dumb. Let's just block it. Okay, you get +2/+2. My guy's still alive. Yeah, I feel like the Chalice is what really does it for, like, especially this matchup. It feels like it needs it. And, of course, here's the Crusader. Alright. I'm losing more and more faith in this deck because I just can't stop the Crusader. I'm gonna make black mana here. Can I get a Blessed Alliance? The answer to that question was no. So this is gonna turn into another gross situation where he's gonna have an unimpeded Inkmoth Nexus and he's gonna have an unimpeded Crusader. One of them's gonna get through, and he's gonna go pump spell, kill me. Okay, so I can't block here, so that's fine, I won't. And what are you casting? Maybe I'll see a Wrath of God? Like, I never draw them. I really want a third one on the board, too. This is what happens when you play your friend's decks. You don't get to choose what cards go in them. Or a Blood Moon, I guess. I mean, Blood Moon definitely turns off his entire mana base. Oh, I hate how these stupid things work. So, I mean, I guess I hope I get lucky here and he can't cast pump spells next turn. And then I get to helix something that's useful. Or he'll float the mana into an Abrupt Decay. Yep, he's got me. Oh, no, he was just bluffing. Okay. So now he has no mana. We may be able to recover. Okay. Just gonna get rid of this bastard. And I have to take the 2. That's fine. Now we have turns to figure this out. Sadly, it's not going to be enough turns, I think. Well, this is the race. Yep, keep on pounding away. He is Snaring Bridge. I guess that's like the Free Winds red deck, though. Okay. Oh, Pendelhaven. Okay, here we go. I have to top deck live here, or it's game over. Ha! Alright, he's got it. Let's pop up the old chat window. GG's friend. Sweet. Well, that was fun. I think I'm gonna fire one more of these before I start getting ready for work. Man, where'd I put all the cards I set aside for this deck? I need to start getting it ready to sleeve up today. This is awful. Like, here's some Journey to Nowheres. It still feels weird that it plays Journey and not Path. Okay, so we've got a Blessed Alliance, we've got an Anger, we can't cast the Anger yet, and we've got a Flamecaller. This hand feels super weak. I'm gonna go ahead and pitch it back. We finally see a Wrath of God, that's kinda cool. We can turn 2 Blood Moon or turn 3 Nahiri if we draw another land. I feel like that's good, let's keep it. Wrath of God can go on the bottom. Oh, holy shit. Okay, my mind's blown by that. I can't believe I didn't realize that. It also explains why Journey to Nowheres have been selling so insanely well recently. Like, I listed, I think, like 25 of them that I found just in my stuff, and I was like, why are these $1? I should probably sell them. And they just cleared out immediately. Maybe it has something to do with this deck, I don't know. Oh, Search for Tomorrow. Okay. So we're playing against the Valakut, which I think Blood Moon's really good against this deck. So that's probably good. I think I also have enough time to get Nahiri off in this deck. Right? Let's go ahead and get a land. I want basic plains here. So that we can potentially Wrath if we have to. Because this deck probably runs Primeval Titan, right? I feel way out of touch with Modern. So this is kind of a choice place to be. Just go turn 2 Nahiri. Let's roll up. I kind of want to keep these cards. So I'm not going to actually discard. I'm just going to roll up. It's like playing Ratchet Bomb, except it ends with Emrakul instead of killing your Planeswalkers. Like, is this deck fast enough to stop the turn 2 Nahiri? I know, right? I just haven't seen Valakut in so long. Like, in paper, I play Green Black Elves, and I want to say in the last, like, 4 or 5 weeks of playing Modern at my LGS, I haven't seen anyone playing Scape Shift combo. I saw it more in Standard than I do in Modern, and it's probably a better Modern deck. Although I used to play this deck in Legacy, and it was so freaking fun. Because you get the Pernicious Deed, Eternal Witness, Volrath Stronghold combo, and Pernicious Deed's one of my favorite cards of all time. So, there's that too. I'm still going to keep all these cards, because I want to be able to cast spells eventually, if I have to. But, I mean, Legacy is best format. Oh, I guess this deck probably runs Bolt. They can handle Nahiri through Bolt, I bet. We'll probably see that happen this turn. I just want to live the dream of turn 4 Emrakuling somebody. He's breaching something. Okay, this could be really funny. Yeah, it's going to be really funny. Because he doesn't have enough mountains to turn on Valakut. Oh, he will when he swings, though. So he gets Valakut, Valakut, swing, get Mountain, Mountain, do... was that 12 damage? That's a lot of damage. Oh, he got 1. Okay. So he'll swing in. We're gonna get the sick Blessed Alliance tech. Sack. Let's make some manas. Go get 2 mountains. Don't kill Nahiri. So then, I want to rip a Blood Moon here? Is that the thing that I want to happen? I feel like it is. Let me tell you, if this was Jeskai Nahiri I was playing against, or Fish, or Jund, I would know what to do. Because I feel like that's all anyone plays at my LGS. Every week. Oh, and then there's that one guy that plays Storm, I guess. That's kind of a thing, too. Okay, so we made it to my turn 4. I'm going to go ahead and pitch the Anger. And we hit the Blood Moon. Okay. Alright, so you don't have any Valakuts anymore. That's a good thing. Okay, so he scoops the Blood Moon, we find out. So he's probably bringing in that hate for it. I don't feel like Helix is very good in this matchup. Maybe it is. I want the life. He's a slower deck. Let's go down a couple bolts. And bring in an alliance. He's not really playing with his graveyard, I don't think. No artifacts. Elspeth Sun's Champion might be good here. Prime Titan has Trample, so I don't like Assemble very much. There's really nothing for me to Wear Tear. I guess Deflecting Palming could save us. And then Celestial Purge. I haven't seen any good red permanents to deal with. Yeah, let's go and try running it like that. Let's see what happens. Okay, so double white. I like double white in my openers, but this is 4 cards I don't think I might be able to cast this game. I think let's go down. Double Blood Moon opener. Let's go ahead and keep it. And put on top. Well, that was an easy choice. Like, this part's kind of crummy. Okay, what do we get? Right, SSG, I knew that. Okay, so let's go to the temple. And keep an Arid Mesa on top of my library. That's kind of perfect. That's what we want to see. So we can go turn 2 Blood Moon, followed up by turn 3 Blood Moon, and just hope he doesn't have an answer to 2 Blood Moons. I guess that's what this deck is supposed to do, is can you answer 2 Blood Moons? Alright, Mesa gets me a Plain Zoo. Let's exile, make a red, make a white, make a blood moon, and F6. Have fun, buddy. I'm about to gain 4 life, guys. Alright, sick into play tapped mountain, bro. Okay, this is getting a little ridiculous. I'm gonna just go ahead and get rid of your C here. Goodbye, Sakura Tribe Elder. No exile for me. So I want to top deck a land really bad. That's where we're at. And I think that's a respectable place to be. So then we can start going on the Nahiri Warpath. And that's definitely what we want to be doing, right? Nahiri Warpath time. Sweet-ass Arid Mesa. Yeah, you did it, buddy. You're going to cast Prime Titan soon. I almost want to hold back Nahiri for when Prime Titan's tapped. You know, we're just going to go ahead and bring in the Nahiri. Let's get in front of this. He may not even have it. I am going to discard a Blood Moon. And pass. Especially since this might prompt him to kill it somehow. Because he's like, okay, he just pitched his backup Blood Moon. Now I can safely go in and try and kill this Blood Moon. Or he just doesn't have it. Okay. Let's go ahead and keep going up on mana so that we can try and hit Chandra if possible. I don't think we need the Bolt here. I do actually like Wall of Omens. I don't have any more white. Okay, we'll just pass it up then. I don't think he plays any hasters, though. At least, I've never seen a Valakut list run hasters. Oh, he's EOTing something. Summoning Trap, okay. So he's going to hope to hit a Prime Titan at my end of turn. He gets an Obsti, which gets perfectly blocked by Wall of Omens. Cool. Summoner's Pact goes and gets Primeval Titan, I'm sure. Yep. Cast Primeval Titan. Luckily there's no lands that kill Blood Moon. Okay. So he attacks. That's neat. We block. Cool. Okay, let's go and play the retreat. Oh. He realized we were going to ult. Alright, good game. Cool, so I mean, even this, like, less good version of the deck can still steal some matches. So I mean, that's probably fine. Wonder if I have any other sweet decks in here. We don't have Legacy built on Photo anymore. Standard's probably bad. Yeah, fuck it. It's only 4:30? I was gonna start getting ready at 5. Yeah, let's play one more. It's time to duel! Okay, I lost the die roll per usual. Always win it in paper, never win it on Moto. I mean, this seems like it's what the deck wants to do. Uh-oh, it's red deck wins. Oh no, it's Legion Loyalist. Fuck, it's Goblins. We're gonna lose. Okay. So the new goal is get to Wall of Omens as quickly as possible and then pray for a Wrath. Oh, it's 8 whack? Yep, it's 8 whack. That's even worse. Okay. Well then. This does not bode well for us. Yep. And Bushwhacker kicked. Yep. Well, that's degenerate. Does this give... Can't be blocked by creature tokens. Must be... Okay, first strike trample can't be blocked by creature tokens. 2, 4, 6, 8. Alright, we can survive. Okay, top deck and Anger of the Gods. No Anger. So I guess we wall. And he's one card in hand. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, he wins this one. We're just not even going to try it. Alright, sideboard time. So, I like Sudden Shock. I like Celestial Purge. I like Blessed Alliance. He's only playing basic mountains. Chandra isn't going to be fast enough. I don't like Torch of Defiance. I think that card's awful. The more and more I play it. Like... This probably seems fine, though. Okay, let's do it. Alright, so that was an adventure. Definitely want that third Wrath. I need to run Boros Signet so I can Wrath on turn 3 more consistently. Yeah, that's a different deck, though. My first Modern deck was... Fuck you, Moto. This is probably fine. My first Modern deck was red-white mid-range with Elspeth Knight Errants, and I was playing like a Swords package, and the Spark Trooper, the 4 CMC Ball Lightning that had lifelink, and just like... Yeah, I think this is fine. It was basically just a buttload of burn and removal, and then really good 4-drops, and then a couple of Baneslayers. And I won my first Modern tournament with it, so I mean, that was probably fine. Alright. Is it Loyalist time? Ornithopter. Oh no! Golgotha Rebirth! Oh my god! That's a flashback. So, my buddy Wobby, who is this crazy weird Brewster, has been trying to crack Golgotha Rebirth his entire life. It's like the only thing he cares about. He spends 12 hours a day doing math to optimally try and play Golgotha Rebirth. It is his only thing that he cares about. And so we gotta play this carefully. So, gosh, Blessed Alliance is not better than Lightning Bolt here, so let's go ahead and play the Scryland. And we'll go ahead and put the Mesa on top. And we're going to pass out the turn. Hope he doesn't have the turn 2 kill so that I can Anger next turn. Because this deck is capable of it if it's playing Mox Opal. Bomat Courier! Dude, Wobby was talking about this card. I wonder if this is him. Except I would recognize the username. This is freaking me out. Okay, so you're going to come in. I'm going to go ahead and bolt the Courier right now just to get that dealt with. So this guy kept a 1-lander. This doesn't run Mox Opals. That's all good things for me. So let's go ahead and pitch here. Let's go get a Plains this time. And... Anger of the Gods. Okay. And then next turn we can Wrath. So no matter what degeneracy happens, we're not going to have to worry about it. Wow. This is insane. This is Wobby's deck. Alright. Double Bomat Couriers. So I want to kill those before he gets the cards off of them. Because his deck really wants the cards off of them. So we're going to go ahead and fire in the Wrath. And then I maybe should have kept Chandra's in. Or the 6 CMC Chandra. Okay, it's a Legion Loyalist. It's bad. I'm going to need to gain some life next turn. But we've got Celestial Purge backup. So I'm feeling pretty good about this. Things can get pretty degenerate this turn and we can still deal with it. Okay, so you're going to go combat? He is. Alright, so we're going to escalate 2 modes. We're going to gain the life, and he's going to sack his loyalist. I gain the life, you sack the dude. 1, 2, 3, 4. Nahiri ult's going to be a really hard win con to deal with here. And he skull cracks. Wow, rude. Okay. So we get a wall of omens. That's good. What do we draw? Sudden shock. Okay. Sudden shock makes me happy. So he's got nothing this time? Cool. I'm happy to just sit here and stall. Let me get some cards. Respond. Because I know you can't stop me from gaining back the life. Wow. I am extremely excited to play against this deck, although Reality Hemorrhage makes me think that this is definitely budget, and that's why there's no Mox Opals. Okay, so we draw another non-action card. That's depressing a little bit. He hemorrhages again. Okay. I'm worried about this. Okay, here's a Nahiri. Oh, I don't want to cast Nahiri without a way to gain life. I think we're going to do it, though. And then, let's go ahead and pitch out Sudden Shock. A Johnny Vengeance. Okay, that's solid. We're going to leave the land up. Make him think I'm bluffing bolts. Because he might just have the burn to do me right here. Burning Tree Emissary. Okay. So then, here comes the Reckless. Okay. So we block the Emissary. He's going to probably swing at me. I can't imagine he's swinging at Nahiri. Okay. I'm actually really okay with that. Okay. So I'm going to discard the Celestial Purge. Did not get what I was hoping for, so we're going to go in on the Ajani plan. He doesn't have Skullcrack mana, so we're going to eat the Emissary. Oh, wow. Okay, so he scoops to Ajani. That's interesting. I feel like we're going to keep it the way it is. We're gonna run through again. So someone fact check me out there. Does 8-Whack normally run Mox Opals or no? Because I don't usually see it run Koldatha Rebirth. So that's where this is a little bit interesting to me. Oh, this fucking hair is annoying. Yeah. Okay. So I can turn 2 Anger of the Gods with this hand, which I feel pretty good about. The fact that none of my lands come to play untapped is terrifying. Let's go ahead and keep it. We're going to try it. See how degenerate this guy can be. Ornithopter, rebirth it. We've seen this before. Alright, we're going to go to the temple so that we can scry. Simian Spirit Guide's going to the bottom. I've got 2 of them already. I don't think I need a third. This turn might hurt a lot. Memnite. Okay, here comes the Bushwhacker. Yep, taking 10. Yeah, he's got 2 cards left in hand. But see, we play Opals in the Rebirth version of the deck because it lets you cast Rebirth and do wonderful things in that regard. Okay, so we're going to exile Simian Spirit Guide. We're going to make a red, make a white, and Anger of the Gods. Okay. So, as long as he doesn't kill me this turn, I think we can stabilize. Bomat Courier. Okay. Comes in. Got it. I'm taking your 1. And Clifftop Retreat. He has Skullcrack mana up. think I'm going to... With one card in hand, I think Sudden Shocking here is fine. And then I can exile Helix if I need to on his turn. Okay, so if I top deck a land, we're definitely assemble the Legion planning here. Because the assemble should just be overwhelming for him. I don't think he has a way to beat this card. Okay, here's the Memnite. He's rebirthing it. So if he has a whacker here, that's a really bad place for me to be. Okay, so I go to 1. Okay, can we top deck a land? A land I can use. Okay, so we're going to start by helixing him. Going red 1. So we're at 4 now. And then we're going to cancel. Let's go ahead and have to go into bolt range. That could be really terrifying. He's in top deck mode though. So I feel okay going to bolt range for a mountain. We're rolling the dice really hard here. Because I am dead to lightning bolt. He drew a land. Okay. So we get 2 guys and a card draw. It's into Hiri. It's a pluser. And I'm holding my guys back. Just because I know there is hasty stuff in this deck and my life total is very low. He doesn't have a way to kill me. Good. Can I top deck some life gain? Let's try top decking life gain again. Nope. Okay, so he can theoretically attack with 4 hasting guys with 2 cards. No, he can't, because he doesn't have an artifact to sack. Okay. We're going to push in 1 guy for now. And hope he doesn't top deck the bolt again. Oh. Okay, if we don't get a bolt top deck, I think we win the game here. Okay, we did it. Because, well, I have trouble dealing with all this fast stuff. He cannot deal with Emrakul. Whoa, don't do that. Don't cast Wall of Omens, just go get Emrakul. Because if you draw Emrakul, it's a bad day. And attack. Annihilator 6. Goodbye mountains. And hello lethal. Wow. Okay. So we're seeing some intense matches out of this deck. And that's what I like to see. I feel pretty confident that we can go 1 more before I have to get ready. I'm going to just keep saying 1 more each time. That's how it's going to work. But now middle Jace is coming in after us. Will he be fast enough? Find out on the next episode of Dragon Ball Z. Yeah, this looks fine. Llanowar Elves. Alright, let's just get that guy out of here. Llanowar Elves. Alright, what's our scry? Helix definitely stays on top, especially if this is actually elves. We're gonna need it. Arbor Elf. Okay, so maybe it's Devotion? No, it's... Okay, that's a Heritage Druid. So... I think they probably concede to this with 1 land. Yup. Spoilers, the 1 land hand is too greedy, Elf player. I have made this mistake many times. Also, I think Elves of Deep Shadow is better than Arbor Elf. But that may just be me. He also might not be running black like I do. And he might also... Like, I guess the crummy thing for Arbor Elf is if you keep the Cavern of Souls and Pendlehaven opener, I should have boarded out my Blood Moons. This hand seems terrible. That seems just as bad. Okay, we can keep the Temple on top. Okay, Boreal Druid. Yeah. Love Boreal Druid. I'm gonna go ahead and let him run with it. We're gonna go ahead and scry, because I need to see a third land way more, I think. Alright, so let's go ahead and go Mesa. I'm going to leave it up for now. We're going to bolt the Archdruid. And then pass the turn. I think this guy doesn't believe me that this deck is, like, actually a kind of established archetype right now. Okay, so I'm taking one off the Druid. Yeah, you can have it. Are we going all the way to end step? Boreal Druid Part 2. Okay. Sacred Foundry. Would you like to pay 2 life? No. And we'll play the Plains. I almost wanted to cast SSG there, but I didn't. Like, a 2-2 on this board is really powerful, and I think it could have done me some work. Guiltleaf Archdruid, huh? That's getting helixed. This guy's about to, like, salty rage quit. I feel bad for him. Like, this just seems like an abysmal matchup for his deck. And, like, I don't want him to feel bad. Like, I almost feel like I'm picking on the guy. Azuri is really good. I need to deal with that. Luckily, Chandra's a Flame Tongue Kavu. I feel like she's a worse Flame Tongue Kavu almost, because she's not a 4-2. Maybe he'll play a land and, like, surprise me with a Collected Company. He's not. Oh. Okay. I kind of want to just add double red and go on the assemble plan. I think we're going to do double red assemble plan. Like, whatever, kill Chandra. I just don't even care. Oh, I've made too many mana. Oh, well. Yeah, that's fine. It empties. Whatever. Like, I think this is another deck that's going to have a hard time dealing with Assemble the Legion. Although we got to kill that Heritage Druid, and fast. Public enemy number 1 right here. Okay, Assemble makes my token. Coolio, Bolt for the Heritage Druid. I feel bad, because when I'm on the other side of the table, this is like my darkest fear, is somebody bolting my Heritage Druid, so I don't get to do combo-y stuff. Like, I play Genesis Wave in this deck. I know what the combo-y is all about. But I mean, who doesn't want to just cast a big Genesis Wave? I feel like if you don't want to cast a big Genesis Wave, you're doing one of two things. You're lying to yourself, or you just don't play this game for fun and you just play it to rack up the win counts, which I totally get. Like, it's a thing. This is a competitive game. I get that. But I like casting Genesis Wave. He'd probably be way madder if I would have turned one Chalice on one anyway. Okay, so we're about to start having Assemble the Legion produce tokens faster than he can play elves. I feel like he needs a draw engine, though. Play Lead the Stampede or Collective Company. I play GB Elves in paper and modern, and Lead the Stampede is insane in this situation. I guess his draft started, so this is probably going to start taking some time. Like, I'm hoping that might be some, like, useful advice for the guy. This is a terrible matchup for him, so, like, there's really not much he can do. Dude, have a good one, Mikey. Thanks for stopping by. Hopefully I'll see you again sometime. I just like to hold back for blockers. I just like to hold back blockers. Okay, he plays Coco and Cord. Okay, so he goes and gets Arc Druid. That seems really strong for him. Alright. People are still watching me play this? That's really cool. Thanks for watching me, guys. I'm having a good time here. I think you guys are only hanging out because of my new hair, though. Yeah. Sweet hair. Cast a druid spell, you can draw a card. Man, I want to try this out, because, like, almost all of them are druids. So that's, like, public enemy number 1 now. I really think I just need to hit a Wrath effect here. Because he comes in with an Azuri Renegade Leader next turn, and I don't think I can win at that point. Azuri is crazy powerful. I started playing him in Legacy, because I can't afford Natural Order, so I'm not playing the good version. Well, it's less afford and more I don't want to buy them. So I play Company, and then fuck, in Legacy it's Company and Glimpse and Green Sun Zenith. But I only have two Glimpses, which is stupid too. But they're both foil. I don't know how that happened. And so I play Azuri and then one Crater Hoof, and I find myself fetching Azuri more often than not because the regenerate shield's really important against a lot of decks. Okay. I'm actually really surprised he didn't fetch up a, oh, what the hell is it called? Oh, wow. Thanks, the Knifeoon. That's really cool. So, what was I gonna say? The regeneration shield's really nice, and with the same amount of mana, he can win on the same kind of board state that Crater Hoof can. And I also only had one Crater Hoof when I was putting together the deck. So let's see. I should not have passed through that phase. Ah, well, we're gonna swing in, and then Chandra's gonna wrath away the board. That's what's gonna happen here. Alright. This guy is drafting and it's slowing everything down. I'm gonna follow Knifeoon. Because hosting is rad. I appreciate that a lot. Okay, we're waiting for the turn. Oh yeah, what was I gonna say? Courting for the Rex Sage to bust the Assemble the Legion. Because I think it's going to turn into a bigger problem for him than he realizes. Oh yeah, I don't have to kill Chandra to kill his board, too, because of Lord Math. Because it'll pop the Archdruid, which will pop the other Archdruid, which will set him back to one card in hand. I also only have two Gaia's Cradles for the Legacy version, and I really need to buy two more. But I'm going to need a lot of overtime if I want to make that happen. The $200 for Beat to Hell one is kind of a pretty steep price tag. So I see there's some people in here watching. What formats do you guys like to play? Is Modern kind of the local favorite? That's why you guys are popping in here to check this out? Or casual players, standard players, Legacy? Love talking Legacy. But whatever it is, there's no wrong way to play Magic, so I like to hear about what everyone enjoys. Wow, Fiddlejace, you're taking forevers. Oh, cool. We get to go to combat. Swinging in. If he blocks right, I might even be able to go with Chandraing on 2. That'd be kind of nice. Block with the Archdruid. Do it! No, he took the 6! Ah! It didn't fall into my trap. Okay. Oh, I gotta remove SSG. Right. Exile. Red. Red. White, 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 white. Chandra time! Minus X. Let's go on the threesies. It's probably a game ender. I am in love with 6-mana Chandra. I need to buy more of her to hold on to for the long run, because I think she's A, stupid powerful in Highlander formats, and B, I think that she has a place in Modern. Oh, sweet. I think we do more Modern than anything else when we do stream. I've been doing a lot more YouTube content, I will admit, just because I've been having trouble, like, sitting down and being ready to stream and be live and everything. But, our main old focus when we used to stream every Friday was doing, like, a Modern Gauntlet sort of thing. We'd proxy out a deck that we either read about online or that somebody suggested or that we brewed up, and then we would run it through our Modern Gauntlet, which was just basically a collection of all the established decks and, see how it fared out. And it always led to kind of some cool board states and some cool situations. We'd also run matches of decks that were established already in the gauntlet so people could see how they fared in the matchups. It was pretty cool, and we might be bringing it back here soon now that schedules have kind of settled. Um, the other main partner of Spectral Fox Gaming and I ended up on different work schedules at the same job for a little bit, and it made it weird for syncing up on Fridays. Gosh. So, here's my dilemma. I have a bunch of TCG player orders I need to ship, otherwise they get really mad at me, but I really want to keep throwing out some more games of Magic. So, I think I'm going to unfortunately have to go off and be responsible, but if you guys throw me a subscribe here, or not subscribe, a favorite here, or if you head over to my YouTube channel and hit subscribe, I'm going to upload this entire stream here once I cut it, and you'll be able to check out the other matches we played, and then of course you'll be able to see all of our other modern content as we're putting it up. So I think for now, sadly, as much as I don't want to leave, I'm going to have to bid you all adieu, but thank you so much for joining me, and really hope to hear from you all in the future. And I will say, if there's any cool modern ideas you have that you want me to check out or talk with you about, definitely feel free to send an email to spectralfoxgaming@gmail.com. Check it regularly. Always happy to talk shop with anyone that wants to. Have a great night, and thank you for joining me.